Hey. I'm Allison, and I've been in braces for about 5.5 years. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience since my orthodontist that I was with for the majority of that actually retired and sold his practice. And I just wanted to yap about my terrible experience with. So I've sent this email about 3 times. The first 2 times, the emails bounced back. These were emails that were provided to me by employees there, by the way. They said that they were doing some restructuring at the time that I was trying to email them, so the previous emails were not working. They gave me a new email to contact, and I know for a fact that this is the correct email because I received an email from this same email address as a response to something that I talked to them in person about. And this email still has no response. So I just want to read it out loud, just air out my grievances, and move along with my life. Hi, I hope this email finds you well. My name is blank blank blank, full government name, and I have been an orthodontic patient of Dr. for over 5 years. I wanted to send this email because I want to let someone know that I'm incredibly dissatisfied with the service here, and I'm interested in discussing my options regarding case transfer and compensation. Here's my reasoning. I'm very unhappy with how long I've been in braces for, and I believe this is primarily due to neglect and poor communication. I did not come in with extreme teeth or jaw misalignment. I only wanted to correct the flaring in my front teeth, and estimated my treatment time at 1 year. I got my braces on in 2021. To correct the flaring, I first suggested I get all 4 wisdom teeth removed. This was in August of 2023 that he suggested this. I paid around $600 out of pocket to remove them. After this procedure, my teeth were still flared, so in February 2025, he suggested I get IPR. The price of this was originally quoted to me at $800. I could maybe understand the price if I were receiving it for aesthetic reasons separate from my treatment, but to charge me such an exorbitant amount for something the doctor deemed necessary when I'd already paid $600 additionally for something that would supposedly correct the same issue on top of the $3,000 I already paid in full for my entire orthodontic treatment. This seemed unnecessary, extortive, and like something that should have been included in my complete cost of treatment. I asked about getting a reduced price, and they took $200 off, which I'm thankful for, but I still believe $600 is an incredibly extortive rate considering most other orthodontists in the area include the cost of IPR in their total treatment costs when deemed medically necessary. In December 2025, my teeth were still flared, and the doctor suggested I get IPR again to correct it. I understand that teeth are unpredictable and it takes a long time to see movement. However, I feel that if the doctor were more present, he would have noticed that additional IPR was needed sooner, potentially years sooner. Secondly, I've had various terrible experiences with the customer service here over 5 years of being with this office. The orthodontic assistants are very kind, but not very knowledgeable or experienced, and I feel like they misinformed me on many occasions. I've been wearing elastics for about 3 to 4 years. At some points, I was instructed to wear them diagonally across my front teeth. In the span of a couple months, 3 separate times, the doctor came in and noticed that the bands overcorrected my teeth and had me wear them again the opposite way. The orthodontic assistants never noticed or brought it up in our monthly visits. When I brought up my issue with my 2 front teeth still being flared multiple times, they told me the rubber bands would correct them. When I asked them how much longer my treatment would be, they told me it all depended on how consistently I wore my rubber bands. If my teeth overcorrecting 3 times and being told I needed to wear the bands longer in the opposite direction is not proof that I'm wearing my rubber bands as directed, I don't know what is. I understand they're trying to do their jobs, but it felt extremely patronizing to constantly be told, "You'll get them off sooner if you wear your elastics like you're supposed to," when I have been wearing my elastics like a saint for 3 to 4 years, and I still see all the same issues and sometimes more due to them overcorrecting. It makes me feel as though there is not sufficient communication amongst them, or there is not enough careful review of my orthodontic history by them before our appointments. Once, I asked one of the assistants if I could speak to somebody about my treatment plan, and he said, "Yes, the doctor will be at your next appointment." The doctor was in fact not there at my next appointment. The assistant had to take pictures of my teeth and send them to the doctor. I have seen maybe 5 times in my 5 years of being here. On many occasions, I was told by the front desk that they'd text me the date of my next appointment, only to never receive a text and have to reach out and schedule it myself. I have verified with them before that they have the correct phone number for me, so I have no idea why this keeps happening. I once called them to email me the referral for my wisdom teeth removal since I'd lost the physical copy. They told me, "We'll get back to you." They in fact did not get back to me. When I called again to check on it, the lady told me, "We're very busy right now," and never got back to me after that. I tried to email them at the email on their website, did not hear back from that either, called about it, and was told nobody checks that email. I had to pay $130 for my own x-rays at the oral surgeon. In December of 2025, I called to ask for my records. They told me to fill out a form and send it back to their email. I have followed up with them twice now, and in my most recent email, my email bounced back with the error message, "Address not found." It is now April of 2026. I spoke to the office manager in person early in March and told her about some of my concerns, and she was very kind and helpful. The doctor did see me that day, and he made some changes to my braces, and I've seen a lot of improvement in the flaring. I was supposed to come back in 4 weeks to evaluate if a torque was still needed. I went to the office for my appointment at 1 p.m., only to find that the office was closed and nobody would pick up the phone. After 3 attempts, 1 hour later, somebody picks up. I inform them of the situation, and they tell me they are experiencing a plumbing issue in the location and are now conducting business in their location for a month. Who is going to tell me? I received no text, no email, could not find any information about this on their websites, social media, anything. I wasted gas, wasted my time. Now I received a call from them today saying they need to reschedule my new appointment for tomorrow to 2 weeks from now. This is extremely bothersome and inconvenient to me, considering I'd like to get out of these braces as soon as possible, and a significant appointment has already been pushed back for 4 weeks due to circumstances outside of my control. In sum, the amount of unprofessionalism, poor customer service, poor communication, and poor observational skills is simply unacceptable for the amount of money I've sunk into this treatment. I hope that we can have a respectful and productive conversation about my options moving forward. I prefer not to transfer to another orthodontist for time and financial reasons. However, I would like a sincere apology for the poor treatment I've endured over several years, an attempt to reimburse me for at least some percentage of the money I feel like I've been conned out of, and I would like to see some more professionalism and respect for my time moving forwards. I do not mean to offend anyone, and I sincerely apologize for any discomfort this causes. I only mean to advocate for myself in what I feel is an unfair, unprofessional situation. Thank you. I sent this in April of 2026. And there is still no response as of today. And I have spoken with the office manager about my concerns in person. And since all she could do was apologize to me, I asked her about any potential for any sort of refund, and she said that there was none. It's been like 3 separate times that they told me that my next appointment was going to be with the orthodontist. As of now, they still do not have an orthodontist hired, and retired in like December of 2025. No, it was March of 2026. That's the last time that I saw him. Okay. March. Anyway, peace and love. Get your shit together.